Hi guys, my name is Hardik. I'm in my final year of graduation. Do remember each and every question that was asked to me because it was quite a nervous situation for me. He asked me to explain the whole model of the startup, how the startup earns, what was your role, how can you make the startup better. That PORs really don't matter, but if you have a POR, that does show that you have leadership skills. Okay, you can work on your communication skills, you can work on your internships, you can work on your projects. Okay, yeah. We were taking a mock interview and I was actually going for the Sprinklr's place.
Hi everyone, welcome back to UpScale Talks. And this video is in the series from wherein your seniors talk about their journey to land in their dream profiles and dream companies. For today's session, we have Hardik amongst us. So Hardik is currently placed at Sprinklr in the profile for the product analyst. Hi Hardik, how are you?
Hi Arshit, I'm fine. Thank you for asking, and thank you for introducing me.
First of all, congratulations to you on landing into Sprinklr as well as joining UpScale Talks as a mentor. Continuing with the session, I remember that a lot of people and juniors coming to me asking about the Sprinklr and its process. So I thought, why not, start giving the experiences, sharing your journey with them. I would ask you now to introduce yourself, because you are in a better position to do that stuff. So over to you.
Thanks Arshit for those kind words. Hi guys, my name is Hardik Gupta. I'm in my final year of graduation. I'm doing my BTech from mathematics and computing field. So it might come to a surprise to you that I've been in a tech guy doing a non-tech taking a non-tech part, but I'll just say that from the first year I knew that I wanted a non-tech placement, and that's why I've been doing all the things. Coming to my previous work experience, I have done previous internships at ByteDance that you might know as TikTok. Apart from ByteDance, I've also done my internships at Urban Company, Sunstone University, QMath, Simple, and many more. And apart from these internships, I've also started my own startup that I conducted for about 8 months, and I was pursuing that. And right now, also I'm pursuing that own startup only. And apart from the startup, I've also taken part in various extracurricular activities and PORs. For POR, I'm the PR head of Culture Council, or I was, to better say.
Okay, so that was very great experience. I see a lot of experience there and a lot of interns work on startups. So I think probably all of these, helped you gain, place a position at Sprinklr, gain a position at Sprinklr. So probably in the session ahead, we will discuss some of those aspects. Now moving ahead with the session. A lot of people actually are not aware about what actually Sprinklr is, So I think it would be a better to start answering that question and then coming up to the process of the Sprinklr at when it visited campus, as you mentioned. It will be better if you can share your journey throughout the process, or how you went about the process from the starting date to when the selections were listed. So over to you.
Okay. Thanks, Arshit. So, first of all, to tell you that what Sprinklr is all about. So, basically, Sprinklr helps the world's biggest companies, for example, Microsoft, to make their customers happier. Sprinklr has across 30 plus digital channels that they use industry-leading artificial intelligence to create insight-driven strategies and better customer experiences. And to tell you in more detail, so basically they have these 4 packages known as modern research, modern care, and advertising and social engagement and sales. And these are basically all SaaS-based products that a Sprinklr has to offer to another companies to make sure that they have a very high or very good customer happy index. So that is about Sprinklr. And coming from that, when Sprinklr came to our college, so it was one of the first non-tech firms to hire from DTO this year. Okay, and it was the first one which came to offer a role as a product analyst role that I remember. The process consisted of an aptitude test. So anyone can clear the aptitude test if he or she is taking the CAT examination, or he or she is preparing for the CAT exam. That would be more than sufficient. Okay. Coming to the 3 tech rounds, it was more related to product-based questions, internship-based questions that we can discuss later on in the video. And the last one was more about HR interview that was just you can say a formal introduction and just to check whether the candidate is suitable for the role or not. And the whole process, we can say that from the presentation to the final selection of the students lasted a week.
Okay, so that's really helpful about the process. Now, I would like you to, about those three interview rounds that you mentioned. If it would be better, if you can, share your insights out of that. What actually were the round? How long did they last? And what was the question? If you remember any out of those interviews, so that would probably help a lot of us.
Sure, Arshit. I do remember each and every question that was asked to me because it was quite a nervous situation for me, and that did stick to my mind. So, coming to the first round, so it was more related to a product-based question. So, for example, for product-based question, the question asked to me was that what is my favorite product? Okay. Once I've answered that question, the interviewer asked me that what are the why do you like this product? Okay, state any five reasons, and what can be better done in this product. State another 5 or 10 reasons. After discussion of about let us say 10 or 15 minutes, he picked up few points that he wanted. That how can you make sure that the term you are stating that you don't like about this product, you can make sure that the product gets better on that statement. A later discussion was held for another 10 or 15 minutes, and later on there was a last guest estimate that he asked me related to the product that I told was my favorite. Okay, the interview lasted about 45 to 50 minutes, and all that we talked about for the 40 minutes, you can say, was about my favorite product and how can I make it better. That was my first round. Coming to the second round was more related to my internships. So the guy asked me to summarize my 4 internships that I have written in my CV in less than a minute. After that, he picked up one internship of Sunstone University. He asked me to explain the whole model of the startup, how the startup earns, what was your role, how can you make the startup better, and what is the feature or the product that you don't like about the startup, how can you make it better. So again, you can consider the question was that how can you make the product of the startup better and what you didn't like. So I hope that you're getting the idea that in the first 2 rounds they were just making sure that you have a broad vision of the product and how can you make it better or what can you do. Okay, in the last round I was again asked about my 2 more internships. I was asked about the product, what did I like, what I didn't like. I was asked to do a competitor analysis that, for example, QMath was compared to Byju's. Okay, and they asked me that how can you differentiate the product, why you like QMath, why you like Byju's. Okay, what can you do better? And after that, I was given one puzzle that I needed to solve. And after the third round, the final round was a HR round where I was asked that what are my future term goals, how I see myself in the next 5 years, and my strength and the weakness, the regular questions, Archit, that you do. And
Okay.
that was it.
Okay. So, what all I can, get from the your journey. So it's that they were trying to check the business acumen or the product acumen, and it was more about you, that how you evolved from the first year and did all of those internships. So I think the broader aspect, if we talk about, so it's more about that they wanted to check how good are you with the product. Is that so?
Yes, you can say that. Basically, if you're setting in a product-based round, you can consider that they will ask you each and every detail about the internship that you have done, not related to your role just, but they will ask you that how the company earns and each and everything. Okay, so for example, in my second round, I was asked to calculate a guess estimate, stating that what is the profit of an internship of, for example, he asked me about Sunstone. So he asked me to calculate what is the profit that is generated by Sunstone University, though my internship was just of an operations analyst role. So they wanted a very good knowledge and deep knowledge that if you have done an internship, you should know about the product and everything.
Okay, so I think that was more than sufficient about the sprinkler and its process. Now, we would like you to tell us how you went about your preparation, which all things that you did in your college, let's say first year, second year, third year, helped you, capitalize that product analyst position that was offered to you by Sprinkler. So, I will like you to share your experiences and what all things helped you to shape yourself in a better way so that you can perform well in the interviews when they come.
Correct. See, talking about my journey that you can learn from it. So after our first year, I did an internship with Simple as a marketing analyst. Okay. So when I did my first internship, I get to know a lot about work culture, what the work culture is, and it was an offline internship. Okay, so I need to go to office. I learned about what the work culture is, and I realized by talking to work professionals that what the industry demands right now. And I was very clear at that point that you need experience on your hand. to get placed at a very good firm. Okay. So coming after that internship, I started my own startup. When I started that startup from the scratch, I learned a lot about, finance, business, making models, building a product. Though I didn't build a complete product, but I was actually working on it for the last 8 months, and I learned a lot about the business prospect, what the client wants, how to engage, and how to retain customers. That did help
Exactly,
me a lot.
got it.
After the startup, I did a few various internships at operations intern, data analyst intern at Urban Club, and they all made me a complete package. That I had hands at all the fields: operation, marketing, data analyst. Even I did a business development internship, sales internship, so that I can explore every non-tech side that I can lay my hands on. And at last, I can say that all these things, and again my POR. So I was
So,
head of public
I
relations.
think we can move ahead with the presentation and talk in detail about the PR and all of this stuff. So, I remember that you were sharing that something about the cultural council or the NGFest that you were talking about. So, we have student base from different colleges. So, I think probably you can share that how actually a PR plays an important role. I mean, what skills that when you were doing that particular role or performing that. So, what all skills did you develop, and what is your piece of advice that when someone is looking out for what kind of, if they're especially interested in the product domain, because I see you have a varied experience, like you mentioned you had experience from marketing, operations, analyst, and all of that stuff. So you have you have been all the fields that are possible for a let's say we are just eliminating the data science for now. So apart from that, I think you have been experiencing in all of the fields, right? So what is your advice, especially for a person if he's in first year, second year, or third year? So probably you can throw some light if they have not started preparing for it. And also to this question, who the product profile, who is a perfect fit for product profile?
Okay. So first of all, answering the hot topic right now, that who is a better fit for a product profile. Okay. See, I'll say that if you like, to better a product, you find flaws in a plan, you know how to make sure that a plan can be evolved and made better. If you have that personality, you are more than capable to be a product analyst. Okay. Because I don't think that there is a fixed term that you are that eligible to be a product analyst. If you are that creative, if you have that business mindset, you are more than eligible to be a product analyst. Okay. Answering to your question, that if a guy is in first year, what I'll say is that just explore. Okay, if you are in your first year, if your first year has ended, explore. Try to get a internship based on operations or marketing or whatever you can get. Just explore. Okay, and and it doesn't matter that if you are working with a MNC or if you are working with a startup. Okay, what matters is your experience and what you learned there. Okay, that is what helped me. If you're in a second year, I'll again say that build your skill sets. Okay, learn SQL, Python. Okay, that will help you a lot. And apart from that, go for various internships, explore and learn. If you're in third year, you have a few months left in your hand. I'll again say that do internships. Okay, practice case estimates, practice case studies. Okay, learn about what product analysts do, what product manager is, what are the questions that are being asked in a product analyst interviews, and that will help you a lot.
Also, I think just to add on what you said, so probably participating in case study competitions might also help at this stage when you're especially in the second or third year. So probably to get the business idea about the things how they actually work. So I think probably you forgot to mention this, but I will surely add it. So probably that is one aspect as well, according to me, and I have talked to a lot of people. So they also say me that this is one of the key important aspects when they are talking and getting the business mindset. You have 3 days in bank with you. You have to solve the case from end to end, project the revenues for next coming years and all of that stuff. So that typically enables you, or you're in a better position. So also one more question, that how important is POR when it's coming to the college placements, not just about the Sprinklr, but what are your actual views on that? Because a lot of people I know and a lot of juniors that have come to me and you say they don't have PORs in major, let's say the president or vice president. So what is your alternative for them, what they can do at this stage?
See, Arshit, I will say that what I felt in my interview or what I have learned through this experience is that PORs really don't matter. But if you have a POR, that does show that you have leadership skills. Okay, you don't need to prove at that point. If you have a POR and he or she reads your resume, he already knows that you have those leadership skills. You have what takes to be a team mate. You know how to work in a team. Okay, so that is, I guess, how POR helps you. Okay, he won't pinpoint you at your POR, but that does create a positive side. If you guys don't have a POR, you don't need to worry a lot about it. You can work on your communication skills. You can work on your internships. You can work on your projects. Okay, somehow you can compensate for that. It is not a compulsory thing to have a POR, but if you have, that is a very good thing. A POR doesn't hurt anyone.
Okay, so I think that would be it from our side. Anything other than this you would like to add? Otherwise, you can wrap up the session. I know you have a very busy schedule, and we thank you for taking out time from that, and just contributing to the community that we all have been through. So thank you very much, Hardik. Any just last remarks for somebody watching this video?
No, it's just that I'll guys let you know that it was Archit who made me prepare for, who was taking my mock interviews, and his friend Aditya Jan, who were taking my mock interviews, and I was actually going for the Sprinkler's placement. And this guy has helped me a lot, and I sure want to take this platform to thank him and Aditya Jan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hardik, very much.